I'm going to show you how you can use a gate to make your percussion, your drums, your rhythm more exciting. There's a lot of tools that were originally made for like mixing and making your sound better, but there's creative ways to use them too. For example, sidechain compression. In EDM, they use it for that pulsing bass. It's like when originally it was just to clean up your mix. So I'm going to show you how you can use a gate to be able to create more rhythm or change the rhythm in some of your percussion loops, your drum loops, even your melodies or your chords. First of all, we got to understand what a gate does. So a gate closes off all sound unless something triggers it, and that trigger is a threshold. Wherever you set this threshold, anything that goes over it, that's when the gate opens up. Otherwise, it's closed, takes out all the sound. The return is how much signal you want to actually be played when that gate opens. Everything below the return gets removed. If you set it down here, more sound would come through. If you set it up here, less sound would come through. Anything that goes over threshold triggers gate to open, and the return is how much signal gets played. The attack setting is how quickly that gate opens up, whether it's slowly or it's fast. The hold is how long, once it opens, how long does it stay held so that that signal can come through. And then the release is how quickly it closes. Does it close slowly so it lets more of the tail end of the sound out? Or does it close quickly so that the cutoff is abrupt? With these settings, we can adjust it to make our percussions and our rhythms sound completely different. And I'm going to show you how that works in the computer, because if I just explained it, it's not enough. I have to show you what it is, but this is how a gate works. This is how you can use it for rhythm. Now let's go into the computer. So first things first, let's play this without the gate. As you can see, I have a gate here for this percussion loop right here, but let's listen to it without it first. And let's play it solo. So it's very constant. It's cool, but there's just like a lot of artifacts in the back, and there's like not the rhythmic pattern that I want. But let's turn on the gate real quick. So original again, and then with the gate. So it's a lot more bouncy because it removes a lot of the artifacts down low that we don't need, and it just creates this rhythmic bounce because of the timing where we shut off the gate. You see, if this attack, this hold, this release, it's all very strategically placed, because if not, it's going to change things drastically. Like, watch if I mess with the release. You see how it's like so much longer than we want, right? So we wanted to cut it off quicker. Again, if I mess with the release, or if I make it too short, or if I make the hold too short. So we want to make sure, like, this is pretty important if you want to time it in rhythm for what you want, because this is pretty crucial, like the hold, the release, like how much of the threshold, like how much signal you're letting out from the return, where the signal triggers. It's all very important when it comes to creating the rhythm of your gate. So those are things to pay attention to, because here's with the drums itself. I'm going to play it without this gate first. This is what it sounds like. So it's cool, but we just want a little bit more rhythmic bounce to it. So this is what it sounds like with the gate. Again, no gate. With gate. Huge difference, right? We just did minor things to just the percussion loop, but it just removing a lot of the artifacts and the sounds that we don't need creates that bounce. Because in order to create bounce, you need more space. It's the space in between the hits, and it's the timing of those space in between the hits is what creates that bouncy, groovy sound. So one more time without the gate. And with the gate. So try doing that with some of your percussion loops, your drums, your melodies even. It makes a huge difference. That's not typically how you use a gate, but this is a very creative way to do it. So I hope that was helpful. If you like this type of video, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.